Welcome to Nerd Wars, and you guessed it, Harley Quinn kills